Okay, what's up? Yeah, I was tripping out. I was like, the song sounded like it just stopped. But yeah, welcome everybody to the Jon Blunt Show. Hope everybody's having a good Monday.
Yeah, welcome. How's it going, John?
Oh, bro, it's going good, man. How are you doing?
Not too bad. I'm had a very productive day.
Nice. Yeah, if everybody, if you look to the right, I just dropped Blunt Smash's first post in like 3 months. But yeah, he's grown the Steam OG. And damn, look at Blunt representing Steam right there with that grow. That's tight, man. If everyone go check that out, yeah, Blunt Smasher, he got some skills.
Yeah, it's coming together. I didn't miss the watering. Not a prolonged period anyway, so very,
Nice.
very good. The crop before wasn't so good though. I mean, it's got super nice trichomes. Actually, I'll post a picture. Just didn't get dense. I missed a couple waterings. It's just like hard. I'm not always around. I gotta go into the city for long periods of time, and I'm away from home. So, anyways, I'll post a picture of the other one. It's amazing.
Yeah, those ones with the one with the fat leaves, that one looks really sexy. That one has my attention.
The one in the back right is like it's massive, man. It's gonna be a really big one if I didn't. I can tell in the pictures, but yeah, it's got huge leaves and it's just a lot bigger than the other one. So what are you smoking on tonight? I think I'm about to pack some lemon diet.
I'm actually smoking on some Steam OG Keef that my coworker grew, or my coworker son made from the stuff she grew outdoors.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm really impressed that because like I give her like the extra plants that I can't flower, and I give them to her, because I don't know too many people, and she's always accepting them, and she just puts them outside, and man, and the bud she grows, and now this keef her son's making, I'm gonna try to get her more plants, man.
It's like my pictures having troubles uploading here.
Yeah, well, one thing I was wanting to promote tonight is there's a deed poll going on, and I want to show some support to the homesteaders group. Everyone just go to this link. You sign up with Steam through Steam Connect, and vote for the homesteaders coup for a 20,000 steam power delegation for 1 year. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's a delegation right there.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, so tonight I'm really excited. Finally, we have Kenny's Kitchen on, and welcome, Kenny.
Yo, how's it going?
Oh, it's going good, man. Just finally glad to officially meet you. I'm Jonathan.
Yeah, we got Elemental and Kenny's Kitchen coming to you live and direct from Acapulco, Mexico. Here at 100% Natural, having a couple of smoothies, something to drink, some good food here. Good weather. It's all.
Welcome, Elemental.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Y'all having a good night?
Yeah, man. It's no complaints. I just got off work like an hour ago. Now I'm just glad to be off. Get some weed in me, and now I'm chilling with you guys. So hell yeah, glad to have you on.
Yeah, buddy. We're excited to be here. Glad we could get Kenny on for the first time finally.
Yeah, I don't know. Lots of people, I always, try to tell people this, but yeah, Kenny's Kitchen. He's the founder of Tribe Steam Up, which influenced me to make CANNACURATE. So really, if it wasn't for Tribe Steam Up, like CANNACURATE would not be here today. So I just want to say thank you, Kenny. Everything you've done for Steam, you got mad respect from me over here.
Hey, thanks, brother. I really appreciate that, man. I mean, Steam's been a huge thing in my life for the past few years, and I'm so happy I can have a positive effect on here and help other people, have it change their lives and help us all change a bunch of other people's lives by doing what we're doing.
Yeah, man, that's for sure, man. That's one thing, it's like we're definitely not getting rich, but yeah, definitely my life has changed and definitely changed for the good. And the people I've met and everyone that's in this crowd, I can say honestly, man, that's like it's been a blessing.
Yeah, and those like $10 upvotes that Tribe Steemit was passing out back in a few months ago, they're no joke, man. That can feed a family in like third world country for sure.
Yeah, I did the math at one point when we were at our peak of delegation there from James C, and we were distributing something like $6,500 US every week.
That
Man,
can be
that's nice. That's not even in America. $10 a post, man. That's nothing to shake a stick at.
Yeah, we were definitely thrilled to have that kind of support for the time that we did. And yeah, it was definitely an honor and a privilege. I personally did everything I could to make sure that especially when that was going on, that my posts were as high a caliber as possible, and always putting out really vital information. Just about our experiences and different things that I know about that could help other people.
Yeah, man, your posts have always been a big I can't really an inspiration to do good cool posts. Like I I definitely, I'm learning as I go. I've learned so much just from the markdown, but I know, like looking at your post, it's like after reading it, you're like, damn, okay. So my next post, I gotta at least try to try to put some effort into it, man, because you got someone right here that's doing these great posts.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of catching up to all the videos and photos I took down at Acapulco for the conference and the other conferences that were going on down here, and all the other things that I've been doing. Um, but yeah, one of the first things I actually wanted to talk about was because I know on the last episode I kind of discussed like the roadblocks that were being put up in front of me for vending the
Hmm.
show and stuff. So I kind of wanted to touch on my actual experience there and kind of what happened. I'm gonna release a more official video about this with clips of different things from the actual conference too that haven't been released yet here shortly. But I just wanted to go over a little bit first here on the show.
Yeah, man, please do.
Okay, so for those of you who are not aware, I created custom community-designed Anarchapulco shirts this year that are probably more in line with Anarchy than any other product being sold there at the conference. We made them with completely 100% organic, unbleached fabric shirts that were from fair trade manufacturers. Um, and we hand dyed everything ourselves with either low environmental impact dyes, which were mostly the tie dyes that we did, or herbal plant dyes. And then the designs we used were from a Anarchapulco STEEMIT design contest I held that was actually sponsored by Tribe Steam Up. And we took those designs and brought them to the printer, and we made the printer use a completely eco-conscious dye transfer method that used no synthetic chemicals whatsoever. In addition, the name Anarchapulco actually came from an online contest also, so the way that we came up with the designs was kind of paying tribute to that as well. Um, and yeah, the when I emailed the conference coordinator, or we actually spoke on the phone first, and yeah, it's just asking me a bunch of like weird details about the project that I don't normally get asked, and all that. And then it kind of the short version, she emailed me back and kind of like didn't acknowledge some of the things that I told her on the phone, and then told me that my project wasn't in line with what Anarchapulco put their time and energy into. However, since the t-shirts were already at the printer at this point, I kind of just was like, well, what else am I supposed to do? I got to bring them down there and sell them somehow. So we linked up with the dudes from State of Anarchy, and they followed through. They were able to manage getting a vending table there because they did a personal favor for Jeff Berwick by bringing Mark Passio back to the conference. I guess at one point he said that he wasn't going to attend and give his workshop, but our homies from State of Anarchy convinced him to. So Jeff owed him a favor and told him they could have a table. Our other friend, Derek Rose, ended up vending with us because he was actually a speaker at the conference, and a really good one at that, by the way. Also a very good author, but he also makes his own t-shirts as well and has kind of his whole holistic anarchy thing going. So he teamed up with us too. It was like me, him, and the State of Anarchy dudes all together. Like kind of protesting this prohibitive regulation that was being attempted to be put on us there. And each day we got there, from day one, they tried to throw us out every single day. And it was this girl, Jessica Kill, who was the conference coordinator.
Damn.
And, the first time she came up and, she was trying to tell us, oh, you guys can't be here and you can't have this table. And we just simply told her, yeah, well, you want to see the email from Jeff Berwick? Go tell him to bring him to kick us out. And then we'll have a talk. But, after that, she this hotel security on us and tried to tell them to tell us to leave. And we basically told them the same thing. They pressed us for a while and eventually left. This continued every single day. Like either her or hotel security or both would come up to our table, usually sometime in the morning, and try to tell us we had to leave or kick us out. And every single time we were like, no, we're anarchists. We're not leaving. Like, I feel like we were being challenged in that respect, almost tested in a way, to the max degree, to see like how real we were with our beliefs. And what it came down to at the end of the day was like, I had no choice. Our family's financial livelihood was at stake here. And, we put thousands of dollars into a conscious project for the conference. I mean, to give vibes to the conference. And not only that, but I mean, these T-shirts are going to be promoting Anarchapulco for years to come in a very positive way. The shirts that were around the conference were everywhere. I mean, it was like maybe 10 to 1 compared to the amount of shirts I saw from people wearing the actual Anarchapulco store. So, and everyone that came up to me that bought one said they loved them. They were absolutely thrilled with the products I was putting out. And so yeah, people are already talking about them online, and not to mention all of the hundreds of stickers I gave away for free that are on everyone's laptops and phones pretty much that went there. Pretty much everybody that came in contact with me got those stickers. So, they're just everywhere. It's going to promote the event forever. And in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion, that, we really like that design better than the original one. And it is community design. So, that's well deserved. But, yeah, we were out there vending. We did our thing. The only thing that was the biggest hindrance for me was on the most active day in the conference on Friday. The night before, I was telling everyone that was involved with our vending table, we need to take our tables up to one of the hotel rooms there that they were renting, because I knew that she wasn't going to let us just have those tables there the next day. I knew she was going to come take them. They were like, oh, no, you're being crazy. They're not going to take the tables. Sure enough, we show up the next morning, tables are gone on the most busy day. So I kind of had my stuff blocked out by the other tables. I had the shirts on the floor in a very small spot. No one could see them at all. So it really cost us on sales that day. I was able to get a table. I finally got a ride to a store that sold folding tables, and I brought them back. And we were able to set up eventually, but by that point it was like 4 p.m. And we did sell a few after that, but pretty much the whole day, on the most active day, we lost most of our sales. Now, since we weren't able to break even until like midday on Sunday, the last day of the conference, we really weren't able to make a ton of profit on this. We may have made like $300 or $400 in profit just after our overhead was taken care of by the end of the conference. If we would have, so I feel like on that day where she screwed us over by taking those tables, it really kind of cut into our profits quite a bit, just from that day alone.
Damn. Now in this room where the table was, this is like the Silk Road that you guys set up over there?
No, I don't think that room ever ended up happening. I'm not really sure what was going on with that. Yeah, it sort of kind of got lost in the mix there. We just did our like big vending table, like renegade style, against her wishes, really.
Yeah, it was actually pretty beautiful. The only table right outside of the main conference hall there was a table full of people who like technically weren't allowed to be vending.
But you know, despite all the obstacles and stuff, I still had an awesome time vending there. Um, you know, I know we didn't make that much in the T-shirt project, but we had the steam silver rounds there. I got rid of a ton of those. Got rid of a bunch of my Moldavite and other Mexican silver and fractional silver I had. We had Kenny's booklets he made there, which did really well also.
Nice.
And what was I going to say about that?
Yeah, man. That's yeah. Someone them doing that. Yeah, man. You always I don't know. You always have obstacles, but definitely, man, the way you've handled and the outlook you have, man, it seems like you did come out pretty good.
Yeah, I mean we did pretty well because of the other items I had out, but on the T-shirt project specifically, we didn't really make too much. However, we are going to end up with a good bit of these shirts coming back. So
Nice.
we'll figure. I'll have a couple of contests. I'm gonna throw them up on the Homesteaders Co-op page. They're gonna be at a, you know, I'm probably gonna do them 20 bucks a pop, like $5 shipping on the Homesteaders Co-op page, which I think is extremely cheap for these kind of clothes. I mean, you could. It's hard to find herbal dyed organic t-shirts like that, like just regular for less than 30 bucks. So the fact that they're like, you know, special print, fucking awesome event shirts, also with the story behind them, makes it even more of a better value. But but yeah, one other thing I wanted to mention about vending there was the State of Anarchy guys were actually sponsored by Steam Monsters to get that vending table. So I got to meet Aggro. Do you guys know him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Aggro, he's an awesome individual, by the way. He made official Steam Monster physical foil promo cards for Anarchapulco. I have several of them, and I'm going to be doing a couple contests for those as well as giving a few out in Portland to other Steamians. The promo cards actually get you a free starter pack of Steam Monster cards.
Uh
They
huh.
were they were actually officially made for Anarchapulco. They're on the back of the Anarchapulco logo is on the back of these promo cards.
That's sick. Yeah, man. He's a cool cat, man. Our boy Dan, that's creating HashKings, which he's bringing over to the Steam blockchain. He when he came, this dude his first week basically on Steam, he gets with Agro, and Agro gives him 100 promo codes for Steam monsters. Man, that's $1,000 value. He's like, here you go, man. And yeah, man. So I have nothing bad to say about that dude.
Yeah, and you know, bringing that kind of game to the blockchain is definitely keeping a lot of interest in our platform as well. And I mean, he was giving them out to kids. Kids were getting really excited about them.
Yeah,
You
that's
know, it's going to
sweet.
generate.
Yeah, that game, it's a cool game. I stopped playing it just to focus on other stuff, but I really enjoyed my time on there, man. It's really a smart game, and my hats goes off to him for creating that. He's making a lot of money off it too, man.
Yeah, I've been playing that game a lot recently. I'm starting to stack my Steam into buying cards again, so that'll be want to get all the alpha and beta cards.
Yeah, I just started getting into it. I haven't played a game yet, but I am definitely interested. It's not something I have a whole lot of time for, but I want to support it, and I definitely want to collect some of the cards. I'd like to get hold of a few of the alpha cards. I didn't get to get any actually, but one other thing I wanted to mention about the vending before we move on from that subject is so the craziest point. So after that whole thing on Friday and that whole fiasco and a very stressful day, we had to go to the big hip hop show, and that went on kind of late. And then we went back and had to vend. So the next day was the craziest day of the conference. Saturday went like this: we had to get up really early, go there and vend. We're vending all day. Um, and then we had to pack up our vending. I had to leave early. I had to have my girlfriend and somebody else help her pack all the vending stuff and get it over to near where we live across town in Bonefield, to where they were having the Art of Liberty on the beach, where I was performing later that night and also vending. And then I had to help her set up vending out there. And then once I got all that started, vended for a little bit, then I had to go perform, come back and finish vending the rest of the night, pack that up, go to bed, and get up early the next morning to go vend at the conference and take all our stuff back. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Proud of myself.
Yeah, man, those shirts I that you didn't sell out. Sorry, but I'm a little selfish because I want to buy one myself.
Well, you'll have your opportunity. I might even have a couple of cannabis dyed ones left. I'm not sure what size.
Wow, that is a nice card. That's cool. Yeah, man, and we'd be glad to even throw your shirts on the CANNACURATE site too. We have it set up where we can sell stuff for Steam or SBD. So if you want to do that, and maybe somebody wants to pay in Steam, they can get it from CANNACURATE.
All about that idea. I'm all about stacking crypto right now.
So now, were you selling your shirts and stuff down there for crypto, or were you just taking cash?
Oh, I was definitely taking crypto, of course. I took crypto
Okay.
last year too, but I was even more willing to this year. If you catch me.
Yeah, I guess that's a dumb question.
Yeah, I got a little bit of Bitcoin. I reluctantly took some Bitcoin Cash and some weird subsidiary
What?
of Bitcoin Cash that I don't even understand.
And
And,
Bitcoin Cash is the killer of Bitcoin.
I wouldn't go that.
That's how I troll the crypto guys here. And I always say BCH, and oh man, that triggers them.
No. I got paid in some Dash too, and I didn't get any Steam for any of the shirts, but yeah, I definitely enjoyed taking crypto this year. That's a definite.
Yeah, right now, man, it's selling stuff for Steam. It's so awesome, man. That's probably why a lot of people isn't buying a lot of stuff in Steam. But like, yeah, yesterday I actually went and checked my Steam Monsters account, and they gave me 2 free cards. I don't know why, but each one is worth about $8, and I was like, oh hell yeah! So I put them on sale for $7, and I made 40. No, not 40. Like 36 Steam off 2 cards, man.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, that's it's not a whole lot US dollars, but damn, Steam to me is definitely like it's worth a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's I anticipate that we're gonna have a temporary rise in the crypto market, and we're probably gonna see it plummet. A friend of mine thinks that we're gonna see Bitcoin fall to about $2,000 before we see another resurgence and a big spike again, which he thinks is gonna be closer to 100.
Yeah, we got someone here. He's calling for how much blind? Like $5 million Bitcoin in how long? 5 years? Yeah, it's sounding something like that. Yeah, so if I know Kenny, I know you did a lot of workshops there. I don't know if anything in particular that you like to talk about, or anything exciting that you guys saw there that really should be like news for our sector of the world, as in STEEMIT.
Oh man, well yeah, I definitely did a lot of work there. I did 2 workshops and 5 talks over the course of the weekend. Um, but I think in terms of what's exciting for like our circles, one of the biggest things was Smart Cash was there and had their smart cards they were giving away, and they're up and functional. So it's like a credit card. It's got like the NFC thing, so you can like tap it, and so you could go to one of the restaurants on site, the only restaurant that's part of the community that's not part of the hotel, and you could pay with Smart Cash just from this card without having to have any sort of internet connection of your own or anything. And they've got these going in Brazil. They've got I think Brazil and one other Central American or South American country where they've got like a lot of these pumping out. They've got over 1,000 vendors that are accepting these things.
Oh,
Venezuela.
wow. So is this like considered like a wallet that's offline?
Yeah, it's effectively it's like a hard it's like a paper wallet almost, but instead of being paper, it's like a plastic card, and then you have a PIN number. So you like tap it to the POS system, and then you put in your PIN number, and it charges out whatever the amount was.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I actually when I got mine, Ginger and I both got one, and when I first got mine, I went straight to Verde Vegan and paid for my lunch with the card. It was a lot. It was enough to get like a one meal item and a smooth. It was really, really cool.
Cool.
Because I remember last year they were talking about having the cards out, and I was wondering if they were going to get them out, and I was definitely stoked to see them. I was a little disappointed they didn't have the slide strip on them yet, but I think they'll get there eventually.
Now, I saw that David Icke was there. Did you get to meet him, Kenny?
No, I only saw him there when he was like getting ready to head into his talk, which was crazy. He had a 4-hour talk while everyone else was basically at a half hour or less.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I went in to catch the beginning of it, and I don't know. Hopefully it got better. It was literally him putting up a slide, reading the text on the slide, putting up another slide, reading the text on the slide.
That's funny. Yeah, he's I'm a fan of Coast to Coast, so yeah, he's somebody I know of.
Kenny, tell them about your workshop you did, the Soul Connection thing, starting at Acapulco and kept offering.
Yeah, so we did a workshop at Anarch Awakening, the first event to kind of kick everything off, where there's about 14 people that came, and we circled up, and I kind of did a quick meditation to get everybody into their body and stuff. And then we did some silent eye gazing where everybody would be paired off with somebody and just quietly look into each other's eyes for about a minute. And we did that a handful of times. And then we went to the next round. We stopped for a minute and kind of people shared what that was like for them. And then we did it instead of just silence, it'd be silent, and then whoever felt like they had something to share would share it. I've been feeling this, or I'm feeling this right now, whatever. And then the other person would just reflect back what they had heard, like reflect back what that person was sharing. And then we went into this thing called an ally circle, where everybody circles up and someone steps into the middle and shares something they want to release, something they're afraid of, something they're ashamed of. And everyone who shares that experience steps in with them. And then you look at that group of people that share it, and then you turn around and look at the rest of the circle that's, they don't have that same experience, but they're still there holding you and seeing you. And so we started off as 14, mostly strangers. I think I knew 3 people's names in that group. Most of them probably knew 1 or 2 people's names. And by the end of the 1-hour workshop, we were literally all in one big, piled up hug, just bawling. And it was so, so beautiful. I've never done that workshop before. It's 3 different pieces from 3 different kind of retreats that I go to. And I'm definitely going to be offering that at a lot of events.
Nice. Now, is this something that you do only at events, or is this something you do as well, in the Portland area?
I mean, like I said, it's basically 3 different practices from 3 different healing retreats that I've gone to, and I just had this vision one day of putting the 3 things together. And yeah, I want to offer it a lot. I want to make it, I don't know when or where, but I want to do it a lot because I've never seen people go from complete stranger to family so quick.
Wow, that is amazing. What other kind of workshops and stuff did you conduct down there?
My other workshop was raw vegan desserts. So it was a 2-hour workshop, and I just had the whole audience get really close, and we just basically had a conversation the whole time while I showed them how to make raw vegan cheesecake and raw vegan fudge and raw vegan pudding and some raw vegan cookies, and then sampled out a bunch of the local fruits like jackfruit and the black sapote and just some of these fruits that nobody's ever heard of that are just candy basically. And that was really cool too. It also had a dozen people or so. And then every morning I was the first talk on the health and wellness stage just to kind of open it and set the tone for the day. Mm-hmm. So I did a day of physical wellness and then emotional wellness, psychological wellness, and spiritual wellness. And then the highlight in terms of talks was on the last day I did one called Building Bridges. The movement is larger than any of us know, and just kind of went into the ways that the Rainbow Gathering tribe and the anarchists of all the different kinds and the zeitgeist movement people, and all these different groups are really working to create the same world. And it was really good.
Now I've heard people talk about the rainbow. Forgive me, I've seen the rainbow people or the rainbow community. But if you just enlighten me, just explain to me what that is, because I know I'm interested, but I never got an idea of who they are.
Oh man. So the Rainbow Gathering started in 1972. It was a collection of like war vets and environmental activists and like hippies who got together to make like a peaceful alternative to the 4th of July. And it's happened over from like the 1st to the 7th of July every year since 1972. And that's like the main one. And then there's littler gatherings that happen all around the world all throughout the year. So there's like 150 different gatherings every year, basically. And it's like an anarchist city that forms in the woods. It's completely decentralized. All major decisions are done by consensus, by a council. Anyone who wants to can come be part of the council. There's no money in the gathering. It doesn't cost anything to go to the gathering. A bunch of people set up kitchens, and the kitchens just give away food to anyone that's hungry. I mean, it's I've been spending the last 4 years going to events like Anarchapulco and going to like, transformational festivals and going to healing retreats, and the Rainbow Gathering is the highlight every single year.
Oh, wow. Now, is this in Oregon?
Oregon has its own regional gathering, one of the little ones every year. And the nationals, the big one over the 4th of July, was in Oregon it was 2 years ago in 2017. But the big one moves to a different national forest every year. That's part of it, is like a protest against the whole government owning all the land thing. So we always have them in a national forest, and we never get permits.
Oh, wow. This sounds amazing. How come I have never heard of this before? So where's this year's Rainbow Gathering?
The main gathering this year will be either in Minnesota or Wisconsin. And for people that are looking in the text chat over here, I just put a link to this giant article I did on the gathering, which was actually one of the booklets I was giving away this year. Was a printed version of this. It's got the history, the ethics, the logistics, everything.
Oh, wow. I really want to go to the Rainbow Gathering now. Now, I don't know if you're familiar right off the hand. Do they usually have them in like the Central California area? Maybe Big Sur?
There's one in Shasta most years, and then sometimes one down more like Southern California.
Okay. Yeah, that's so. Do you also like attend Burning Man? Is that something you go to?
No, I haven't ever gone to Burning Man. A few friends, when I first started going to Rainbow, said that if I still did drugs, I would like Burning Man, but since I don't anymore, it's probably not my scene.
Probably because it's so damn hot, man, and I can see that. And being sober in like 110-degree weather, that doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, I'm a rainforest creature myself, born and raised in the Northwest, so deserts don't really work for me.
Yeah, I agree. I spent some time in Las Vegas, and I was melting. I was just, it was bizarre how hot it was. Yeah, but then again, it doesn't sound smart to be on drugs in 110 degrees, does it?
Right? I can only imagine a lot of people get dehydrated as hell out.
Yeah, it's crazy. It seems like maybe a festival, because what you said about the Rainbow Gathering, there's no money. That's really amazing, because most of these places have sold out so much. Even at the last Woodstocks, like bottle of water is basically like currency, or they're charging like $10 a bottle of water.
Oh yeah, that's what I love about Rainbow, is it's basic if a bunch of humans got thrown onto an island together and had to figure it out. but we have some equipment. Like our water sources are, we find springs and we gravity feed water from the springs down to kitchens with water filtration systems, and then people come fill up their water jugs there.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it is by far the most important event on the planet. I think it's the one thing. If I could take everyone to go to one event, to one place, it would be the rainbow, hands down.
Yeah, I definitely can't make it to Wisconsin, but I'm gonna seek something out, and I would like to go experience this for myself.
Yeah, there's local regional gatherings all the time, and even smaller ones than that. But the ones that you're going to want to go to are the regional ones that seem to be the most well organized and have the most resources. There's other smaller ones too, but those are hit or miss. You have to look more into them depending on the area. I know,
All right.
I know for sure that there's definitely a lot that happen in Northern California.
Yeah, I live near Big Sur, and that seems like something that can go down right there. But I know, speaking of festivals too, we got our man Danny that's heading to plan our first Canna Steam Fest, and that's going to be going down in Portland.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I know you guys are still in Mexico, right?
Yeah, Kenny's gonna be heading back here in a few days. I'll be headed back on March 7th.
Is this something you'd be interested to showing up at, Kenny?
Yeah, what's the dates like? I'm me, I'm always hopping around. I'm back in Portland, but then June 22nd.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little rough. I'm usually at the Rainbow Gathering by that point. We set up our kitchen around June 19th so we can get rolling. But if I'm in Portland, I'm totally down.
Yeah, man, we're pretty stoked because I know like the Steam Fest, they usually have it like, geez, in these obscure places. But now, the cannabis community, we're basically just, making our own Steam community and just making shit happen ourselves. And yeah, I'm really, really stoked about this. Basically, like independence, because when I first started on CANNACURATE, or not on STEEMIT, people, you don't know what to do, and you're just sitting around hoping a well is going to upvote you or whatever. But that's what CANNACURATE. That's one reason why we started it. Just basically to grow the cannabis community. Because if we weren't going to do that, no well was.
Oh yeah, Portland's the place to do it, especially these days with like $40 ounces at the dispensaries and stuff.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, man. Now I remember a post that you did a while ago. I think you make some type of edibles or tincture. Is that something you still do?
I haven't really in a while. Sometimes I do, mostly when I'm in Colorado, because I got so many friends out there with tons of plant material they need to get rid of. But yeah, back 2011, 2012, 2012 I think I had a company called Bud Kindly's, and I was in a bunch of the medical dispensaries in Portland making cannabis infused barbecue sauce.
Okay, that's what it was.
And honey.
Oh wow, man! Right when you said barbecue sauce, I just got really hungry. There's blunt.
So how's the weather down in Acapulco? What other kinds of things are you doing down there too?
I'm glad you asked that. That was next on my list. Yeah, it's been kind of hot weather down here this year, but we've had some nice sea breezes coming in. Performed a couple of shows. I was really stoked to do that. Threw down hard. We released a bunch of baby sea turtles again that were captured from saved from poachers and re-released after they were born. They even had one. I'll post a video of this later, but They even did one during the day, which they don't usually do. And the guys at the turtle sanctuary were going out there and pelting the birds that were trying to eat the turtles, going into the ocean with sandballs.
Oh,
And yeah, there's the best food and smoothies down here. You wouldn't believe it, man. And you should see the size of the smoothies we just got. They're a liter of smoothie. Like I had the best fish tacos I've ever had down here in my life the other day. I had the best salmon I've ever had in my life down here the other day. Just everything I eat is like top notch. Just really, really good food. Even the stuff you buy at the grocery store to make smoothies with yourself or your own custom meals is just amazing. The peppers are spicier and have more flavor. Even the bell peppers taste better. Like
wow.
it's yeah. The difference is ridiculous just with the food alone. And then the other day we went down to the Central Market, which is like this huge like area of different Mexican bodegas selling all kinds of different food and nuts and different items and craft supplies and hammocks and pretty much anything you can imagine. There were several parties that we participated in. I performed at one of them, actually two of them, and yeah, that we witnessed two weddings. Always has fireworks during the weddings, always. And one of them, like actually three weddings we witnessed. Two of them happened behind the house. One of them happened, I believe it was night before last or last night. They set up this huge stage right behind our house, and we're doing all kinds of craziness all night. I watched a live mural painting by Elias Clay, where they ended up holding an awesome side event for Anarchapulco down there. It's sort of just like a Tribe Rise Up gathering, which was kind of the inspiration for Tribe Steam Up originally. And there were mad bonfires, dance parties with DJs. We even went to this place called the Lagoon and went water skiing. And we still plan to either go. We're definitely going to go surfing and try to get that down with our buddy Miguel, who's going to show us the ropes. He's a really good surfer. And we're either going to go snorkeling or scuba diving still, but we haven't decided which yet. It depends on how much scuba diving is. I really want to do the scuba because I've never done that before. I've done snorkeling a bunch of times, but yeah, I'm really excited to do that also. But besides all that stuff, I was also able to manage getting an entire music video recorded and part of another one. And we have scenes of me like rapping in all different kinds of places. We're going to include
Nice.
different clips from different people's cameras from different things that happen down here in the video, little short spurts of that stuff, and it should be a couple of really good videos. The second video is all about anarchy, and we recorded the first verse on video with me rapping while Elias Clay was making that mural I referenced in the background for the intro and the first verse. And then the second verse, she's hopefully going to record her verse on that one in Colorado. I'll record my third verse in Oregon. And then after that, in the spring, I plan on going out to Colorado and hopefully finishing the final parts of the music video, like the chorus that me and her have to do together in Colorado. Hopefully at the event that we're all planning here that Kenny came up with called Be Empowered, which I'm about to get into here in a second. And for that event, we're hoping to also have my mixtape done with that long collaborative track on it with all the different artists and release it officially at the Be Empowered event in Colorado this May.
Nice. Now, is this your new track?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have my new track shift the focus on the mixtape for sure, and hopefully, if the song gets done in time, also the Anarchy music video song as well should be on there, and those will be like my two track inclusions, and then the long collaborative track with all the other artists and all the other artists' submissions of all their other tracks. So it should be like between 20 and 25 tracks on this mixtape.
Right on, man. You're getting some shit done down there, that's for sure.
Working it, bro.
Hell yeah. Now, big question. How's the weed?
Well, I mean, the weed sucks down here as usual, but there's wherever I am, there's always good dabs. Let's just put it that way.
Nice. Oh man, if you get some of that brickweed or something, then bring back some seeds. Because we'll definitely be meeting in person when I go up to Oregon in June.
There'll be plenty of good genetics that I can share with you, but not from here.
Yeah, I heard Acapulco Gold is it's like it's rare. It's gone, man.
Yeah, no, actually, yeah. One of my homies that lives down here full time mentioned that last night. That Acapulco. Most people don't know this, but Acapulco Gold isn't a thing anymore. There's like this other strain that was mentioned that I can't pronounce off the top of my head right now that's still around. That's like the good stuff, but person said that even that's like really difficult to come across.
Yeah, I've heard lots of these land races are gone because of um, seeds from Europe actually
Yeah, I don't
over
know.
the years. Yeah, before I get you guys off, I wanted to ask Kenny, what does being anarchist mean to him?
Well, that used to be a really hard question, but now I've answered it so many times. I think being an anarchist, basically boils down to three things. The idea that each of us is the owner, the curator, the creator of our own life, and thus we don't have any right to, you know, force anything on someone else's life. We don't have any right to try to control others, just like they don't have any right to try to control us. And that all interactions between humans, outside of obviously like toddlers and stuff, between able humans should all be voluntary. And the idea that it's wrong to initiate force against anyone else. And the only time that force or violence is really morally acceptable is in self-defense or defense of another.
Yeah, well said, man. That's well spoken, man, for sure. I definitely can get on board with that.
Right on. So one thing we wanted to talk about before we get off here is this awesome Be Empowered event that we're going to do here in Colorado this upcoming May. And I'm going to let Kenny kind of describe to everybody what Be Empowered is and where we're going with it.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. So Be Empowered is basically it's like my thesis after 4 years of working in transformational events. I've done production side things, I've volunteered, done speaking, cooked for events. Like I've been all through conferences and festivals and retreats and stuff, and just paying a lot of attention and like picking out the things that work best and the things that are, really don't work at all, and the ideas that people are coming up with or that I came up with that haven't been implemented yet. And we're putting it together into an event. I just call it Be Empowered. It's not really a festival. It's not really a conference. It's not really a retreat. But it's going to be at this eco village and retreat center in Loveland, Colorado. These people, it's called Sunrise Ranch. They've been there for 74 years, 75 years, something like that. Like 105 acres. There's close to 100 people that live there. They grow all their own food. They've got like a big old stream that comes off the Rocky Mountains into a reservoir. There's a giant sheet of underground quartz under the reservoir. I mean, the place is just beautiful. And so it's 3 days of a little bit of everything: yoga and qigong, morning and evening, talks and panels all through the day, a sound healing during the sunset, and then a full like 3.5, 4 hour concert every single night, bringing together the anarchist crowd and like the more spiritual crowd. And I mean, the whole goal of it is it's right in the name. It's like Be Empowered. The goal is to have the most effect we can on every single person who attends, so they can leave there feeling more capable and more able and more ready to change their lives and change the world and be the best version of themselves that they can possibly be.
In Loveland, that's outside of Boulder, correct?
Yeah, it's just east of Boulder, so it's like straight up the freeway from the Denver airport. And that's another one of the things is, events like this, like Anarchapulco is great. And basically anywhere outside of Mexico, you're looking at 15 plus hours to get here. You're looking at many, many hundreds of dollars. I think my round trip was like $650, where Denver has direct flights from every major city in the U.S. and tons of major cities outside the U.S. Lots of times really cheap. LA to Denver is usually like $35. And then the venue is going to be preparing food for us all weekend. So a ticket to the event includes 9 organic meals. I'm trying to make it so it's more affordable. And one of the main things is once you buy your ticket, you don't have to bring any money with you. Like, as long as you have a ticket, like, you can just show up with an empty pocket and you'll be set for the entire weekend.
Nice. And what's the dates that you're gonna have this?
It's May 17th, 18th, and 19th. And the 18th is the full moon. And then that night, actually, some friends of ours, it's not 100% guaranteed yet, but it sounds like some friends of ours are going to be getting married. And then they're also a hip-hop duo, so they'll be getting married that night, and then they'll be performing for the crowd that night as well.
And me.
Oh, in that case, I don't want to go. Yeah, man, that sounds sick. We have some Colorado people here too, and I'll definitely be glad to put some links up and announcements for you and stuff. And who knows, maybe I can get to go and get to meet you sooner than June. Elemental.
Yeah, man, that would be awesome. Kenny, you got a website up? You could drop a link for this.
Yeah, man, drop links.
Yeah, I'll throw it up.
Yep. We're gonna have to wrap up here in a few minutes. The rest of the
Yeah.
closing.
Yeah, but thanks a lot for coming on, guys. Hopefully we can have you on in the future, and hopefully soon too. You know, we can finally meet in person, blaze a doobie or whatever. But yeah, I'm honored, man.
Yeah, I'm really glad to be here. Thanks for having me on. I know we've tried to set it up a few times before, and I'm really good at getting shit done that's on my list. I'm not so good at timing. I don't really exist in a world with clocks.
Yeah, well, you guys were like right on time tonight. So, but yeah, I know it's busy for you guys, and I'm just so stoked that you guys got to come on.
Yeah, it was great to have you guys.
Yeah, for sure. And you're in our server now. You got anything you want us to help you promote with or whatever? Just holler, man. Basically everything people ask for us to do, we've said yes. So that's why we're promoting the Homesteader Scoop. Don't forget to go vote for them, guys. Very easy. And we'll get in touch too about the shirts, and also hopefully you be getting in touch with Danny when you get back from Mexico, Elemental.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, we'll go over the shirts and all that, and yeah, definitely get into some things here soon for sure.
All right.
Oh, and I wanted to mention the Homesteaders Co-op thing. What that is what you're voting on is just a depoll. You don't have to use any of your VP or Steam Power to vote. It's just a regular vote separate from the voting system. And what they're competing for is a 20,000 Steam Power delegation. And I really, the project they've put forward is absolutely awesome. They're helping so many conscious producers of awesome, sustainable products, sell their products without taking any kind of cut from them at all. And just to have everyone with similar mindsets together in that space is awesome.
Yeah, right on. All right, yeah, I want to end tonight's song off. It's actually a new song. It's from a fellow Steemian. You guys might know him by Soundwaves Photon. But much love, brother. Thanks a lot, guys. You guys have a good night, and have fun. Be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you again for having us on. It's been an honor. Have a great night, everybody.
GHRO. CANNACURATE.